most interested first? Who said I love you first? Who's more protective? Who cleans more? Who eats the most? Who spends the most money? Who is most likely to start an argument? Who falls asleep first? Who is more annoying? Who loves the hardest?
Who's the most fun in the relationship? Who makes the food in the relationship? Who's the most talented? Who's the most adventurous in the relationship? Who spends the most money in the relationship? Who's the best kisser? Who smells the best? Who gives the best massages in the relationship? Last question, who will be the first to die in the relationship?
On a crib, on a crop.
Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're an OG subscriber, thank you so much for returning. And if you're just seeing this face for the very first time, hi, hello, welcome. On this channel we basically talk about all things adulting, adulthood, leveling up in your 20s, self-improvement. So if that's your cup of tea, kindly click on that subscribe button down below, and also that little bell button that is beside the subscribe button, because it's going to notify you every single time I drop a new video. That being said, let's go straight into this video. When I see people make poor choices in relationships, in the person that they choose to date, it breaks my heart, honestly. Like, it's just something that if you hear me talking about it, you know, with my group of friends, I'm literally the loudest one, because I'm just so passionate about this topic. Like, I just don't like when I see people just get into wrong relationships. And the reason why it probably pains me so much when I see people make poor choices in this particular area is because I myself have made some poor choices in this area. And when I actually started getting it right in this particular area of my life was when I was in my early 20s. If you're someone that is struggling in this area, these tips would definitely help you in some way. So the very first tip for attracting your dream relationship in your 20s is change your mindset. Your experiences in life are going to be both internal and external. For most of our external experiences, you can't really control what happens. But for your internal experiences, guess what? You get to control how you see life, how you perceive the things that happen around you, and that in turn affects a significant portion of your external realities or your external experiences. Simply put, want a good man. Like, actually want good people. Actually want a good woman. Like, actually want that good person. Because a lot of us say, oh yes, I want a healthy relationship, but you go for toxic people. Like, how do you like make it make sense? It just does not make sense. If you want a healthy relationship, you actually want the kind of people that will give you that dream relationship. For example, you cannot get a dream relationship with a douche, like a douchebag. Like, they can't give you that. They can only give you what they have. But if that's what you're attracted to, then that is where the problem begins. How do you expect these people to give you the dream relationship that you have desired for? It's not possible. They're incapable of giving you that. So you have to want the kind of people that are capable of giving you a healthy relationship. If you find yourself consistently being in the middle of toxic relationships, then you really need to implement this mind shift. You need to search deeply to find out, like, why do I want these toxic people? That internal examination is so important, because the moment you realize that, okay, for some reason there's a pattern here, I keep going after toxic men or toxic women. I keep finding myself in toxic relationships. You're already halfway there. You then have to start working on your mindset and tell yourself you deserve the best and you don't need to settle for anything less than the best. You don't go after someone because it's like, these are the only people that will accept me. No. You actually change your mind to tell yourself that I want the best and I'm not settling for anything less. In fact, you can even take it a step further and write down what you want so that the moment those toxic people start coming, you can look at that list and rule it out like, no, I have told myself that I want a healthy relationship and this person does not fall into the category of healthy that I asked for. Now that does not mean you should go crazy with it and go write a whole list of like, he has to have like 10 freckles on his cheek or 3 golden teeth. I'm just talking like internal attributes that you cannot compromise on that will end up giving you that healthy relationship or that dreamy relationship. Attributes such as someone with a kind heart, someone that has integrity. Like, don't compromise on things like character, vision, and so on and so forth. People that have those attributes are people that you should start believing that you deserve. Go for stable men. Go for stable women. When it comes to relationships, like, value stability. Don't be pursuing sparks and all those things. Like, yeah, that's going to come, you know, when you've built a connection with someone, when you've built intimacy with someone. But you see, stability, go after a stable guy, go after a stable woman. That will help you long term. If you're going after people that are constantly chasing this never-ending excitement of sparks, and that's not really realistic long term. Like, oh my god, I have to have butterflies in my stomach when I see him. I have to have a heart attack when I see him. Like, that's not stable. That's not healthy. Like, if you have a heart attack when you see someone, then you need to get checked. You need doctor's prescription for that. And don't settle. Just don't. Actually believe that you deserve a stable relationship and go after that. And anything that is not that, please get out the door. Thank you. Next. The second tip, your location matters. Generally speaking, now this is not like across board, like, oh, this is a fact, like every single person this applies to them. No. I'm just saying, like, loosely, if you go to certain locations, there are just certain people that will always be there. So for instance, if you're a Christian and you want a God-fearing man, I mean, you go to church. I mean, like, what? Like, you can't say, oh, I'm a Christian, I want a God-fearing man, and you go to church like once in 5 weeks and you don't serve, you don't put yourself out there, like you're not in any department. I don't know. I mean, you could be lucky, but like putting yourself out there in certain locations can open some people's eyes to seeing you. You get my point. Now, not to say that every guy in church or every girl in church is God-fearing and responsible and all of that, but that is a start. If you're looking for a certain kind of person, like, that is a starting point. There are still other things you will need to, you know, weed out and look through to finally get to, you know, where you need to get to. But at least starting points, immerse yourself in the right communities and you would most likely be seen by 1 or 2 pickers. Conversely, if you go to the club every single night and you want a respectful guy that won't ask for sex before marriage, and you want this guy, you want that guy. So yeah, I'm not going to say too much on location, but it definitely does matter. But yeah, you will most likely attract people in the communities that you immerse yourself into. And so do with that what you will. Finally, and this might seem very contradictory to everything I've just said, but it's not. So listen closely. Be about your business. Please do your thing. There is something called the backwards law, which means the moment you start not really pursuing something vigorously, the moment that thing, you know, comes to you. It's such a weird law. I'm going to just put a screenshot of the definition on the screen right here. But what it's trying to say in summary is, For example, you're looking for a healthy relationship, you want to get married. The moment it's like all that you're thinking about, you're so consumed by it, like that is all you talk about with your friends, like the moment that is the center of your life, people can tell you have a life. All right, with or without relationships, a relationship will not make you whole. You're a whole individual with or without a romantic partner. So pursue your wholeness. Be the best version of yourself. Like, you want a kind-hearted person, but you are mean. Work on that character. You want a patient person, but you are impatient. Like, work on yourself. Live your life. Pursue your passions. Pursue your purpose with vigor. Like, give it everything you've got. And the person will meet you on that journey. It's that simple. When you're living your life, you're immersing yourself in the right communities, in the communities that are centered around what you love, what you are passionate about, your purpose. That person is also probably going to be doing the exact same thing, and you will meet in the middle. There are certain things in life that come to you when you let go, when you actually like relax and do your thing and live your life. Those things will just naturally gravitate towards you. Because you're so focused on your personal development, on self-improvement, on your life, on your goals, on your purpose, on your passion, on your vision, the person will come and you won't idolize the person because you have a life. So you're basically not going to be this needy person that people can take advantage of, because you have a life that you're living and people can see that, and this person will be able to see that and respect that, because that is also the path that they're also on. After you have applied all these tips, just be patient and just know that relationships don't define you. You are whole and complete in and of yourself on your own, and everything in life that comes in terms of romantic relationships and so on and so forth, that is a plus, but that does not define who you are. If you have any other tips aside the ones I mentioned, kindly leave it in the comment section below. I try to post new videos every Friday about adulting, adulthood, leveling up in your young adult years, self-improvement, and so on and so forth. So if that's your cup of tea, kindly give this video a thumbs up, kindly subscribe, and also click on that bell button beside the subscribe button so that whenever I drop a video, you'll be the first to know. That being said, never be afraid to share your stories, spread love, and have fun. See you in my next video. Bye!